Hey, what's up YouTube? TLM back here with another deck profile of my Chaos Max Ritual deck. I haven't been uploading any videos lately because of my studies, and the last time I uploaded something with Yu-Gi-Oh related is like a while back, so sorry about that, guys. So this is my sort of like my approach to the Blue Eyes Chaos Max. You know, I played with it. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I wouldn't say it was like tournament power level, but it's just a fun deck to go around with. Sorry about the quality of the camera. Poor guy like me has to like live life to the fullest with some of the cards he has. All the money went to the deck, so it's all good. So I think it's a good trade. So first up, you want to go with two Chaos Max, which is the pretty much the theme of the deck. What this guy does. If you don't know, he's a level 8 4K beta, 0 defense. When he attacks a defense position monster, he does double piercing battle damage. So he's like a very very scary monster. So there's a saying that I came up with that he doesn't start wars, he ends it, and that's pretty much lives up to his name. He can't be targeted, which is amazing. So the only way for you to beat this son of a bitch is to honest him or kaiju him, which is a bitch, or make him go face down so he can get a little spanking himself. But this guy is an incredibly hard monster to get over with. Sometimes people have to use two or three cards just to get over one card. But he's a big boy, and it's like I said, he ends war, doesn't start it. So he's a good monster. So I like him. He's good shit. And the reason why I also run Chaos Max, or rather the Ritual build, because it's aggressive. It's I wouldn't say consistent, but it's basically you win or you lose. That's pretty much it. Because you can just go into the unknown. You can just attack, and you won't have to worry about back rows as often than you do with, say, a generic alternative build. Onto the next onto the next card is the Maxi. Like, this deck list isn't in any order. Maxi at 1. Obviously you want the draw power. Either you stop your opponent from doing anything, but if your opponent's just sort of like, hey, fuck it, let's keep summoning, you want to wear the victory with good hands. But like I said, it just immediately stops players. That's pretty much it. It's just to stall your opponent out. Another card is Vela. I run one Vela for the Sage, because she's a target, or he's a target. But you could always switch out Maxi and Vela out for another, say, alternative, or an Amorphage or whatever. It's just we could talk about that shit later. So continue on. I run one White Stone of Legend, and 2 Ancients. Now the reason why I run this sort of ratio is because I don't really know. I just think it's a good ratio. I don't think you need more than 2. I just think it's cloggy if you have 3 in your hand. I know a lot of people are going to have an argument against, like, oh no, you need 3 Ancients because Ancient special summon shit from the deck and all that. But if you have Ancient in your hand, because you don't want this in your hand, you want this in your graveyard as soon as possible. Because I don't have any spell cards like Card of Consonance to tune these little fuckers in. So sorry guys, but yeah, I run 2 just because it's the consistency. And I only think you only really need 2 because you only have so many Blue Eyes targets in your deck to summon him anyway. And the thing is, when this guy's in the graveyard, you can banish him and grab a Chaos Max, which is pretty cool. And the only target you have is this guy and the Blue Eyes White Dragon. So that's why I only run 2. I run 1 Ancient Stone of Legend is because, if you use Melody of Awakening Dragon and you dunk this little son of a bitch, you get 3 targets. So obviously you get the 2 targets from the Melody and the Blue Eyes. So it's, a 1 for 3 or 3 for 1 or whatever. It's pretty good shit. The next I play 2 Dragon Spirit of White. Now this little sucker is so good. It's like you banish shit, man. Like, you can't stop the banishing. Or you can if you can chain it. I run 2. A lot of people play 1, but I like to play 2 because I like to banish shit from the back row. To put pressure on your opponent pretty much, and it just says no. You can summon out with stone. It's basically just to stop your opponent's play. That's pretty much it. Like, the worst thing is for an opponent to lose is the card, to banish. So you can always banish the Pendulum Zone. And I run 2 alternative dragon. Yes, I do have a third. A lot of people are gonna. Yes, I can imagine a lot of people be like, "Oh man, why no run 3? 3 is good." Yes, yeah, 3 is good. But apart from the popping effect and the self summoning, inherent summoning, it's it's it isn't really that great to have something in your head. Okay, so the reason why I really want 2 is because I play advanced ritual art. So if you play advanced ritual art, that's fucking 2 blue eyes gone, and you still have this. And the amount of time that I had 3 blue eyes in the graveyard and no stones, and I had these guys in my hand, it's painful, man. Like, it's great, to run it at 3 because you want the consistency, but when your main material is already in the graveyard and you're already running 2 or 3, it doesn't work, it kind of clogs. But I find 2 as a pretty good balance, because most of the time you're going to be XE summoning, and you're going to be summoning the normal blue eyes anyway through your Azure eyes. You can run 3, like I said, it's up to personal preference, but I like to run 2 just because, like I said, it just, to me, it adds consistency, because, like I said, you've only got 3 targets to summon this big baby, and the thing is, you can summon him anyway from the graveyard when he's been summoned, properly. So I think just 2, and the thing is, you can always search this nugget out with Melody of Awakening Dragon. So I believe that losing 1 to gain another, I think is a great sacrifice. So that's the reason why. And yeah, and like I said, it's a 3k beat stick. Like I said, you can run 3, but I preferably run 2 because it is a chaos build. So you just wanna, you're mainly summoning the chaos max. But like I said, if chaos max, if plan A fails, you go plan B and you just go down with the beat stick build. Next I run 3 Sage. Yeah, this is probably the most expensive card in the deck. You can run 2, but I run 3 Sages. A lot of people run 2 just because it's a ritual build. I run 3 because of the Manju combo. You summon Manju, you activate Sage's effect. So okay, let's talk about Sage's effect. So when this card is normal summon, you can add a level 1 light type tuner. That's anything. So it's a Veiler target. When this card's in your hand, you can target 1 card on the field, 1 monster on the field that you control, target it, send it to the graveyard, and especially summon a big boy like a Blue Eyes from the deck. That's where the Manju combo comes in, because you summon Manju, you get your resources, target Manju, and you're on your merry way to summon a big boy. So yeah, I run 3 Sages just because of the consistency. You can run 2 to solve the problem, but I like having 3 just because if you got 3, run 3. That's how I see it. And you just don't want you don't want Manju to be dead weight on the field, because it's just nothing more embarrassing than that. And next you want your 3 Manjus, because it's Manju. Manju is like your bread and butter. He just gets you. Okay, so when you summon Manju, you always want to get the ritual spell, because you could always get Chaos Max through Dark Matter, through Melody of Awakening. So yeah, so like I said, you always want to target with a spell card, and you always want to go with Advanced Ritual Art first. Yeah, if you don't see any blue eyes in your hand, then go with Advanced Ritual Art. Get the graveyard filling. Now you got the 3 blue eyes. Your bread and butter. Because like I said, it's not a blue eyes deck without the original big boys. So yeah, like I said, I run 3 blue eyes. Like I said, it's a good mix with 2 alternatives, because these guys will always be in your graveyard anyway. So yeah, but you can always grab them with your stone. So that's the thing, you always grab your stone. So like I said, it's all good. I run. So we're gonna go with the spells. So I run 1 Soul Charge. I run 1 Chaos Form as my ritual card, and I run 2 Advanced Ritual Arts. The reason why I run this sort of rotation is because if you activate this, it's a 1-for-1 pretty much. So if you manage to play Advanced Ritual Arts, send a blue eyes to the graveyard, and you still have this in your deck, or you still have it in your hand, you can banish that blue eyes. I think it's a good rotation or good ratio, because the thing is, if you run 2 and 2. If you run 2 and 2 and you don't have a blue eyes, you're pretty much screwed. So if you have chaos form in your hand and you don't have any of these, you're pretty much screwed if you don't have a level 8 in your hand. So yeah, but like I said, you're bound to have level 8s. But I like to have this sort of ratio just because of the it gives you a grave filler, and it gives you another summoning in one turn. I managed to summon 2 Chaos Max, with a bit overkill, but you end wars, you don't start it. Then you run the 2 Twin Twisters. Like I said, it's mandatory, because you want to have a clear back row when you're summoning big motherfuckers like these. I run 3 Concealing Lights. So we're going to 3 of now. 3 Concealing Lights. like I said, nothing hurts more than forcing your opponent to go face down, can't change battle position. It scares the fuck out of them. I'm pretty sure it's like the only time when a monster will actually be in attack position because they don't want to take the double piercing like a man. So yeah, so run 3 concealing. I would run Drowning Mirror Force over these guys because, like I said, the dinos these days, dinos, damn, they kill this deck. Dino kills this deck. But so I'll run Drowning Mirror Force over these guys. So I'll run 2 Drowning Mirror Force, and I'll run another one. I'll tell the trap rotation in a sec. So yeah, so like I said, 3 of these. But when we go to trap lineup, I'll explain a little bit more about it, why I prefer the traps rather than this. But this is just good. Just one of those cards. It's like, yeah, it says no to the monsters, and it's a good chaos attack. Yeah, whatever. I'm just rambling on. You want to go 3 trainings? You want some dash. 3 Melody of a Wanking Dragon, pretty self-explanatory, adds dragon with 2/5 defense or less and 3k or more attack. You run 2 Dragonlords. I'm just kidding, man, I'm just shitting. You run 3 of these guys. Run 3 of the Return of the Dragonlords, target a level 7 or level 8 dragon, special summon it, and it's pretty much a Forbidden Lance for your dragons, but without the negatives effects. They can't be destroyed by card effects. Or if a dragon would be targeted for destruction, you can banish it and save it. So it's plural, so when it says when a dragon monsters, meaning more than one, is being affected, you can just banish it. So it's pretty good. I like this card. And the next, for the trap lineup, I just run 2 floodgates, and that's when I was talking about the concealing light. If I could, I would run 2 Drowning Mirror Force and 3 Floodgate Trap Hole. Floodgate Trap Hole stops a lot of cards. It's amazing. Yes, they still get their effects, but what I love about this deck is, this card is, it forces, obviously, it makes your opponent's monster go face down. They can't change their battle position, and it stops their plays, which is amazing. First turn, like obviously you want to go first, you want to go second with this deck. My bad, you want to go second with this deck, but if you do go first, and you draw into this, it's amazing. So I'll run 3 of this instead of 2. So you take out one of the concealing and you add the 2 drowning, because with the dinosaur decks, I just hate dinosaur decks. Because everybody plays them. Like, their effect activates during the main phase. So during the battle phase, Drowning Mirror Force it's Quaking. My bad, Quaking Mirror Force. So it forces them into defense position in the battle phase, in the battle phase. So that they're not safe from that. So yeah, so that's the deck lineup. Just quickly, we go with the extra deck. I run 2 Spirit of White. Just because Spirit of White, good card. You're able to summon it with the blue eyes. Tribute to special summon a light type monster. Next you run Ancient Pharaoh Dragon. Ancient Pharaoh Dragon, I just put in here just to make room. I know a lot of people are going to be like, why don't you run Felgrand? I do run Felgrand. This could be Felgrand if you like. That's pretty much. I don't have Crystal Wing. I'm waiting for the reprint to come out, assuming if it does. Yeah, I think it's been confirmed. Somebody told me if it hasn't been confirmed about Crystal Wing. But yeah, so this would this would be Crystal Wing. Okay, this would be Crystal Wing substitute. Okay, so this is Crystal Wing. Pretty much. Crystal Wing. So because I'm poor, man, I'm poor. Just stick with me, people that can relate, that can sympathize. Then I run Moonrose Dragon. I run the Stardust Spark Dragon. The Moonlight Rose just stops your opponent from making plays. You can contribute this to special summon this little nugget, and he'd be like, says no to big boys. I rarely make that play, but when I do, it's pretty circumstantial, and it yields great rewards when it does happen. So yeah. I run the 2 Azuras. A lot of people play run 1. It's just up to your personal preference. I run 2 just in case the first one gets cock blocked and you always get the second one to go into. This guy is fucking amazing because what he does is he special summon vanilla monsters, so that's including fusion monsters as well. And that's when the blue eyes play come in handy, because you know how I run 2 alternatives. Yeah, like apart from the popping effects, they're pretty much a blue eyes on the field. And like I said, I run 3 blue eyes because you gotta run 3 blue eyes, and you can just summon them. They're basically your alternative right there. So that's why I run 2, and because you only run the melodies, so you can always get them. I run 1 Michael, the Light Sworn guy. So he basically banishes cards, and his effect is you could chain with his effects. So during the end phase, you can still mill the 3 cards, because the Spirit of White it says during the end phase of this turn, um, yeah, so during the end phase, as in like the whole end phase, you can tribute himself to special summon a monster. And so basically during the end phase, what am I talking about? During the end phase, that dragon's destroyed, but because since it's during the end phase, Michael's effect will still kick off because this is during each end phase. So you can work as a chain, so you can still mill, which is amazing because you mill and you get 3 cards. If you get a lucky mill, that's good shit. That's good shit right there. I have so many clutches with this card. It's good. I like it. It's one of those nice little kinky combos. I run number 23, Lancelot, Dark Knight of the Underworld. This guy is pretty cool. He's pretty techie. What I do with him, if I don't know what the field is, I summon him to basically block their field. Great card. He can attack directly if it has materials, and it negates card effects. It doesn't destroy, it just negates it. So when a card effect activates, you can detach and negate. And yeah, it just stops plays. Stop plays, Nugget. Stop plays. I run the Cypher Dragon, so if their opponents Exceed summon some shit, take their Exceed and do a kinky play and stack it with this. Good shit, because they basically do all the hard work for you. I'm run the Titanic number 38, Hope Harbinger, Titanic Galaxy. This guy's amazing. When a spell card is activated, detach, or no, it doesn't fucking detach, you just negate it and you attach it to this little shit. So it's good shit. It stops plays, I think. I run the number 107, just because I can. You can use Alcay for this, or Felgran, whatever swings your boat. He's just another target if the first target fails for your big boys. Then you got your Dark Matter Dragon. This guy's fucking amazing. When this card is XE summon, your opponent banishes 3 monsters with different names from their deck, and you mill the 3 dragons with different names from your deck to the graveyard, which is an amazing combo because then you manage to get your resources. I usually mill the Chaos Max, the Stone, and the White Stone of Legend if I don't have them in my hand, and then I can get a free summon, and I've got a Chaos Max in my graveyard that I can just grab out at any time, and I've got a free Blue Eyes in my hand. So it's good shit. And then I run the Photon. The Galaxy Eyes full armored Photon Dragon. I don't have a side deck because side deck will only slow you down. There's like you don't have room for them. Your main victory is just to kill on first sight. No, I'm just kidding. I don't have a side deck at the moment because, like I said, I'm not a competitive player, but I run a competitive deck. So contradiction to the max right there. Like I said, running out of time. If you guys have any ideas or any comments that you would like to make for this deck, just make in the comment section. And thanks again. TL and out.